4 players Arsenal should have spent £140 million budget on instead of signings. Mikel Arteta issued a defiant response in the wake of Arsenal's 2-0 defeat to Chelsea by claiming that his team will be completely different when his new signings are embedded into the squad. The Gunners' boss finds himself under intense scrutiny after his side made it back-to-back defeats in the first 2 games for the first time in Premier League history. Arsenal were simply no match for their London rivals, with £97.5 million signing Romelu Lukaku tormenting the backline and bagging a goal on his debut for good measure. But the Spaniard has had money to spend, splashing out £140 million on 5 new signings, and only one of them £18.5 million arrival Albert Sambi Lokonga started the game. Nuno Tavares came on as a late substitute. £50 million man Ben White was ruled out after contracting COVID-19, while Martin Odegaard and Aaron Ramsdale were not signed in time to be registered. Former Gunner and TalkSport pundit Martin Keown took the view that Arteta had spent money in the wrong places, failing to address problem areas once again, and the 39-year-old is now paying the price. So, where should the Arsenal boss have strengthened and who could have been wearing the red shirt this season? Star Sport takes a look at 4 signings Arteta should have made this summer. Arsenal have finally got their man in Martin Odegaard, but there may be some concern as to how easy it was coax Real Madrid into selling the Norwegian. A £35 million fee is no small amount even in the modern transfer market, and, while Odegaard mildly impressed during his 5-month loan spell last season, there will be newfound pressure on his shoulders. The 22-year-old's goal contributions were steady if not unspectacular, with only 2 goals and 1 assist following in his 16 appearances. Compared to long-term target Houssem Aouar, the highly rated Lyon playmaker, there may be some disappointment that the North London outfit did not move for the Frenchman. Aouar scored 7 goals and registered 3 assists in 30 games for the League One side last season. But despite his value to the club, their financial situation meant he could have been signed for around £25 million. That could have given Arteta the opportunity to secure a long-term player with Champions League experience and with £10 million spare to focus on other areas. Now it is down to Odegaard to prove his manager made the right decision in pursuing him. It is a huge surprise that with the transfer window only 8 days from closing, Yves Bissouma remains a Brighton player without any real interest from top European clubs. The energetic midfielder was one of the standout performers from clubs outside of the Big Six last season and only missed 2 matches in total, starting 35 games for the Seagulls. But despite their heavy reliance on his seemingly endless supply of stamina, Bissouma showed no real signs of burnout, pointing to his incredible work rate and athleticism. The 24-year-old caught the eye again as Brighton beat Watford 2-0 on Saturday, creating a goal to cap a fine display. It now seems as if Liverpool could move for the Mali international after Arsenal signed Sambi Lokonga instead. While the Belgian has shown signs of promise, Bissouma offers tough tackles, crucial interceptions and neat passing, everything you could want from a box-to-box operator. In these dire times, Arsenal need proven Premier League performers to get them back to where they feel they belong. And for only an extra £7 million, Bissouma may have been exactly what Arteta needed. If Arsenal were looking for a replacement who is better than Bernd Leno, but also wanted to join a team seemingly in decline, their options were perhaps wafer thin. In moving for Aaron Ramsdale, they get a long-term goalkeeper with room for improvement and a stopper who satisfies the Premier League's definition of a homegrown player. But in this climate, to pay £30 million for a goalkeeper who has been relegated in successive seasons feels somewhat ominous. Sheffield United were reluctant to part with Ramsdale, but they have made a healthy profit nonetheless. There has been some confusion and feeling of bafflement amongst Arsenal supporters as to why Ramsdale was their first choice when there were better options available. Nick Pope from Burnley, a goalkeeper with a fine clean sheet record, would have been a better alternative. As a low-cost option, Ajax goalkeeper Andre Onana would have been a snip at just £9 million. The Cameroonian has seen his stock fall over the last 18 months, having been courted by Barcelona and Chelsea after he was handed a 9-month doping ban. Instead, Arteta hit the panic button after Leno's unconvincing display against Brentford and could now live to regret forking out such a high fee for Ramsdale. Uncertainty over the future of long-serving full-back Hector Bellerin means that Arsenal should be planning to replace the Spaniard. But instead of purchasing a right-back this summer, Arteta brought in Tavares from Benfica for £8.5 million to provide cover for Kieran Tierney. Of course, it should not be ignored that Cedric Soares, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Callum Chambers are able deputies. But none of those 3 should be playing regularly for Arsenal. Instead, they should have gone all out to sign Wolfsburg's versatile full-back Riedel Baku, whose name is derived of former Borussia Dortmund legend Karl-Heinz Riedel. Baku, 23, has been tracked by some of Europe's top clubs including Bayern Munich after scoring 6 goals and assisting 6 more for his teammates last season. He is already off the mark in the Bundesliga for 2021-22, striking in the 2-1 win over Hertha Berlin, and the Germany international is a player with enormous potential. If Arsenal do sell Bellerin this summer, with Inter Milan among the clubs interested, Baku would be a superb replacement.